I think I finally found one of the most important quests in the game.
Like, not a main quest?
No, it's a side quest.
Is it the cats or the flowers?
It's the cow.
What?
You're tormented. By what?
Forgive me, but I must ask directly. Are you a man? I no longer trust my senses.
Yes. Meaning I'm physical, no specter or vision if that's what you fear. Don't trust your senses? Why?
A foulness, a demon or wraith haunts me, grants me no rest. It wants something.
Okay, it
I
seems
sense
pretty
this,
standard so far.
but know not what.
Yeah, typical
Each
Slavic
day it
quest.
appears, tarries, then leaves. It's here
Yes,
now.
it's the
There,
olden ages.
beyond the trees.
I have severe depression and anxiety, but we
Don't
don't
see a
have
thing.
words for those
Of
things,
course
so
not.
it must be a
It
demon.
cannot be seen,
Yet
Well, there
you
was
see
obviously
it.
something stalking them through the woods.
which brings a
Well,
pain
okay.
to my head, nausea. But I endured these to keep an eye on the wraith, my tormentor.
This demon of yours, can you describe it?
It is an enormous horse, its hoofbeats pounding in the dark. It gallops to me, stops, stares, then runs on.
Sure it's not just a wild horse, run-of-the-mill?
The creature is not of this world. When it gazes at me, a terrible chill pervades
I
my
don't know,
soul.
that happens when most
It is
horses
me
look
for
at me.
contest.
Wow.
Its eyes black.
Guys, Nas
void.
just hesitates for
Each time it
horses.
comes,
He doesn't
terror
understand
I
their
seize
glory,
my
their
breath,
grace.
Still my breath. And
Sausage father. All of 'em.
Disgusting.
What's your
Have you
brew
ever
made
eaten
of?
horse meat?
Gotta wonder what's causing
I
such
must
strong
have.
visions. You
I
dropping
have.
some mushroom, jumper tub, dancing dewlap?
close.
I'm not
The
proud of
common
it, but
grape.
I have.
I see you know your herbs.
Grey top? Variety's extinct if I recall correctly.
Nearly, but not quite. I was able to grow a few from dried spores. I'd hoped a brew of grey top would reveal this nightmare.
Nightmare.
I was not wrong.
As far as
Oh,
I know, grey top
But them
produces some powerful side effects.
Also, I think that is exactly
Fact,
where the word
really
nightmare
overhidden.
comes from.
The immaterial.
Yes, I see.
why? Because
Better that
female
than know
horses
it
are
there,
monstrous?
but not know where.
No.
Need to talk about how much I'll get paid first.
Is it gold you want?
Orens or Novigrad crowns. Florins will work too.
I've none of any coin. I've nothing, in fact. Just potatoes in the cellar. A good
Ah, so
crop
we're
this
working
year.
for small
Tend to
potatoes.
this quickly, completely.
No, she just
Several
said
sacks will
a
be
good
yours.
crop, so they
Agreed.
must be big potatoes.
Don't have a choice, I guess. Potatoes it is.
Are
We
you gonna
already have the
haggle for
knife.
You're haggling for potatoes?
We already have the sword, we don't need to be...
Agreed. That many I can spare.
We don't have to be
Fine.
benevolent or
You seem
generous.
sure something's out there.
We'll get our
I'll see what I
potatoes.
can do. Start by taking a look around.
Canonically, he's supposed to be carrying a sack of potatoes from this quest on.
Medallion's vibrating. Magic nearby. Just can't see a source anywhere.
You were very near to it. It looked.
Shut up, lady. We don't hear you.
Where are your
Can't.
potatoes?
We're just here for the loot. Come on, examine it.
Drops of blood on the pillow. Trail of him leading to the window. Seems there's at least some truth to the hermit's ravings.
Also, to come back to your earlier question, I don't think
Grey top.
it's because
Strong
specifically
hallucinogen.
of
Thought
like
extinct.
horses. I
Often
think
get to see
it's.
that.
I'm not sure if it was some kind of myth or a legend or a thingy like that, but
Shutters
I do
closed
remember that
Need to check the
nightmares
other side, see
actually.
if
The
the trouble
mirror part of
continues.
nightmare does have to do with horses.
Mm-hmm. Can I not examine this though?
I think it's from the outside.
Dead moths. Attracted to some ghosts like to the light of a candle. Something drinks the hermit's blood at night. That I know. Gotta talk to her. Maybe she can tell me something more.
Witcher.
Heard flagellants whip themselves to atone for all humankind's wrongs.
We've each our own reasons. I seek to atone for the suffering of a living being, which once fell victim to another's vanity. I care not for humankind.
Most likely some kind of wraiths tormenting you. Can't tell what kind, though. Felt weak, spent lately? Noticed bite marks on your skin?
As I said, I feel weaker by the day. And bites, of course. There are lice and midges here
Ew.
plenty.
This isn't lice. Something much bigger drinks your blood while you sleep.
But I do not sleep. Not a wink. He's always present, always watching. I cannot bear it any longer.
The scare horse.
Sadly, not much I can do. Can't exterminate it if I can't see it.
The Great Up. I shall make a brew of it for you. I've 2 mushrooms left, enough for 1 dose. Perhaps then you'll see what I do.
This mushroom, even in me, could produce some nasty, unpredictable side effects.
True. There is no knowing how Great Up would affect a mutated body.
But
Come
it is
on.
part of the quest.
Yes, and we're getting 70 potatoes for it.
A proper brew could be our only chance to figure this out.
All the fries you could make.
No, man.
I was about to say French fries, but
Need
they're
to tend
probably
to
like
something
Toussaint
else
fries
first.
or something.
We'll do this another time.
Let's first look around some more before we drink that.
Why?
Cause there is a whole place down below. A whole entrance.
I'm assuming that you're supposed to get there once you've like had the stew.
The stew? The brew, you mean?
I'm sorry. I hear mushrooms and my mind immediately goes to stew. So
Or it's just potatoes here?
are you stealing the potatoes she's going to give you anyway?
Yes. So there seems to be great up here as well. It was just potatoes. Samwise will be proud of me.
Yeah, by my
Don't
count,
judge me silently.
you stole like 60 potatoes or something.
Witcher.
What do you have to sell? Like to take a look?
Now sell her the potatoes.
Anything interesting though? Doesn't seem like it. And she has 0 money.
Oh, no. Okay, come on.
Listen, about the Spectre.
Back at last. I thought you'd not return.
I've been here for a minute.
We were
All
gone
right,
less
That
than.
time we tried this. If I start muttering something about unicorns or sorceresses, ignore it.
Yeah, because it's private and very embarrassing.
So much so we had to censor it. It's that quick, huh?
Oh, it's alchemy. Our potions hit immediately.
That's right. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Me neither. Oh look, did you see the tiny wolf heads on the iron dive?
No. Oh.
We'd
Oh.
be tripping.
It's gonna be like that, huh?
Look on top of the handle.
Yeah.
Don't see no wraith.
You see them?
Yeah?
Wow, this clover's amazing. Now that's what I call a bouquet.
Who said that?
Oh, you're awake. Had me worried. You were out way too long. Even considered giving you some white honey. Kinda hard to do with hooves, though.
Are you shitting me?
Roach. Your voice. It's, interesting. Gotta say, I expected a young mare to sound, girlish.
Based on what? Your vast experience with talking animals? As far as I know, I'm your first.
Good point. Must be the brew that did this. Interesting side effect.
Great, isn't it? You should take this stuff more often. Got so many pointers I could give you.
Can't, sadly. Drinking this too often could prove fatal. Hey, know how you always show up when I whistle?
What the hell?
How's that work exactly?
Well, you're my human. Gotta be there when you need me. Yes, I'll be there for you, as the world falls down.
Like I said, most
Still kinda
important
strange.
quest in
I
the whole
cross
game.
the ocean when I call sometimes, but then get hung up on the tiniest fence.
This is way too
What's
meta.
that?
What can I say? Everyone's got limits.
Listen, got this contract I need to finish before the brew wears off.
Right, monster won't slay itself. Let me see. First up, I need to know what we're dealing with. Follow me, and try not to trample any plants or small animals.
That's our girl.
I have very mixed feelings about this. Let's see how it plays out.
Geralt,
I
we gotta
love it.
inspect this area closely. I'll look for clues. You stand there. Just stand.
Right.
Will you look at that?
Don't see anything here.
These are hoof prints. Not just any old horses either. These were left by an astral being. Or the world would. We gotta follow them.
Roach is literally a Witcher horse. Is that it?
Yes.
Christ.
Geralt, look! This here's definitely a clue.
Dead moths often mean a phantom's nearby.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Now, what about the smell? Same whiff I caught at the cemetery in Vizima when we were hunting ghouls. Death!
Smells normal to me. Not taking me for a ride, are you?
Not yet.
Seriously?
Come on then.
Investigate.
All right. Now I know what we're up against. Right, Geralt. Let's sum up what we know so far.
Horse detective is so stupid.
We're dealing with some kind of wraith or phantom, most likely. It visits the hermit at night, drinks her blood. Even if we manage to find it, I've got no idea how I could possibly fight
You
it.
have Eden on your sword. I
Geralt,
mean, come
please,
on.
I got this.
Not on the
it's
sword.
definitely an Umbra,
Come on.
an immaterial wraith. This one's assumed the form of a horse.
An Umbra actually makes sense. Umbra are completely invisible, even to Witchers. But how can you be sure?
Because it's not invisible to me, Doofus. It's right over there.
You're gonna have to chase the horse on a horseback?
She
It's getting away! Come on,
is gonna
Witcher,
take
hop
us
in the
for a
saddle.
ride.
Gotta catch it!
Come on.
Come on.
There's the Umbra! Let's go, Geralt! After it! Hey! Gotta save my strength a bit. No telling how long we're gonna need to
Stop
keep running.
whining.
We have outfitted you with the best.
Gear possible.
Absolutely, yeah.
Geralt, we gotta have a man-to-horse talk. No offense, but your riding skills, they leave a bit to be desired, buddy.
Oh,
You'd
shut
really
up.
do me a solid if you could apply a slightly surer hand. Be a little more decisive about where you want me to go.
Man,
Sometimes I got no idea, buddy. Do I go left, right, toward where I'm standing?
and that's why Torrent is the better horse. He
I-
doesn't talk back.
I was about to
This
say.
one, horse walks into a tavern, and the innkeeper says, "Hey, pal, why the long face?" Ah!
Come on.
I'm letting the stamina recover, come on.
Let's not lose sight of that umbra. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's right there. Run, Roach.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
This is like a bit that I would do. I hate it's actually in a AAA game.
But it's amazing, you gotta
As
admit.
long as we're being candid, I gotta ask. Why do you sometimes buck me off in the middle of a fight?
First I've heard. Don't recall that ever happening.
Of course you don't.
Melted into thin air.
Are we supposed to be here? Okay.
Have to defeat the restless spirits. Panther apparition.
Roach! Fuck off!
Gods! What's with the overgrown demon cats? Help!
Hell you mean help? No one is attacking you, you dumb horse.
Oh, we took a sword from that one. I remember.
Marcello Clerici. Knight. Died last year. Was more or less the same age as our hermit. Seems his spirit's become a horse-shaped umbra that's tormenting Penastri.
Why are you telling me this? I can read and draw my own conclusions.
Thinking aloud, that's all. Helps me focus.
I like this.
She's so smart. She can even read. You like this? Is that your final call?
Yeah, for now.
I'm glad.
Geralt, it's the Umbra! Attack!
Let me explain.
Talk, but make it fast. Why are you tormenting the hermit?
She torments me, refuses to forgive me. I'm denied peace in the afterlife, and it's all her doing. Each day I come and beg her for clemency.
Beg her for clemency. You drink her blood, drive her mad with fear.
I don't know how to explain it, but yes, a monstrous force takes me. Though I also know I'll not have peace till the day Penastri forgives me.
You and the hermit, how do you know each other?
We met as babes, grew up side by side. I loved her. Yet she was always sad. Nothing could cheer her. The world terrified her. I thought her gloom came from being poor. So I did my damnedest to take us from our village, make us a better life elsewhere. Became a squire, took her with me to the palace. But Penastri soon learned nobles are no more decent than peasants, not a speck.
Oh no, they're assholes, all of them.
Once
more
even
so.
I'd grown vile to her eyes. She fled the palace and joined the flagellants. I left the court to be near her, yet she cast me off. Said she didn't want to know me. When the whip-bearers proved too hard-hearted for her too, she became a hermit. I see it clearly now. though I never understood her while alive. From the grave's dark depths,
Oh god, how
the
much are
living
you going to
bright,
monologue
sharp
for?
flares. You see all their
We're here
thoughts
for
at
the
once.
drama, come on.
Now I understand.
We're here for
why
the
she
talking
had to
horse.
cast me off.
I am now starting to understand that.
And the drama.
She's full of rage. Probably what turned you into an Umbra. Why take the form of a horse?
A horse? What do you mean? Each day since I died, a power lifts me from my grave and makes me run. Then I return with blood in my mouth.
Yeah, because you turn into a horse
I
and
don't
go
know what this
chomp
is,
on her.
how it comes to pass, but I do
Get with
know
the
that
program,
torment
guy.
will
We explained
continue
this
until
like
she
5
forgives
hours
me.
ago when you first started talking.
But she sees me as a horse, you say?
Seems so. Same way I saw you. Must have heard her something awful if she refuses to forgive you. Would rather see you suffer. What did you do?
To her? Nothing. But my horse, I flogged it to death. Pinastri, she saw this. Proud stallion, my Blaze. But he was a bucker, and tossed me during a tourney. One I'd wanted to
He was a
win badly.
mother bucker.
Pinastri had been so glad they'd let me stand. Me, a peasant's son. I wanted to win it for her. But that horse made me lose. Rage overcame me. I struck and struck until at last he fell.
Humans being the greatest monsters yet again.
Oh, the regret.
Yeah.
I beg you
But that's your
forgive me.
silver sword. You say
Absolve
it's
me in
monsters.
Blaze's very name.
Something like it. I don't know.
I don't know what you said or what even you tried to say.
I don't remember the quote.
Can't forgive you for that. Not in my power.
But your horse could? Please, I'd do anything. I'm desperate. Help me. Noble mare, forgive me my sin.
Could free his spirit, pardoning him on behalf of his horse. But you shouldn't do it if you don't think he deserves forgiveness.
Did a rotten thing. Got no excuse. Your horse was loyal. Did the best damn job he could. 'Cause that's how we horses are.
True. I know I deserved what befell me.
But we aren't vengeful, don't hold grudges, don't dwell on being left in monster-infested woods.
Yeah,
So,
because
in your
then
poor
we'd
Blaze's
be in
name,
trouble.
I forgive you.
Oh, thank you. I feel it's incredible. Such relief, such lightness.
All right then. Guess we might as well head back. Penastri's nights ought to be ghost-free from now on. Anything to add, Geralt?
Nope. Let's go see her.
I'm sorry, your voice is still so dissonant to me.
I mean, she's right. We don't know how mares sound. Might as well be a 40-year-old dude.
What if she was a stallion?
Phantom's gone.
Hey girl, it
Shouldn't
won't sound
torment
like
you
this
ever
now,
again.
what the fuck?
I felt a change. I did. As if I'd been released from a cramped, dank cellar. I had come to believe no one could help me. I'm grateful, Witcher. As agreed, your reward.
We stole 60 potatoes and now we get 70 potatoes and now we have 130 potatoes.
About.
Oh my
Oughta
god.
Thank my horse, actually.
A whole
And his
week worth of
departure.
potatoes.
What do you mean a week?
Then I thank you too, noble
I'm just
creature.
saying.
You
3
have-
meals a day, at least 3 potatoes per meal.
Gotta admit, easy peasy with our powers combined. So, what now? We hit the path? Right to the nearest notice board? Rustle up another
I
contract?
love her.
Exactly. Oh, effects of the bruise waning. I can feel it. Won't be able to understand you soon.
Ah, that's horseshit. I mean, I got so much more I want to tell you, and...
This kind of breaks my heart
Clever beasts, horses.
that
Farewell.
we couldn't
Witcher.
spend more time with her.
I mean,
Talking to her, I mean.
they could have talked on the way here. We don't know that.
Okay, on that happy, pleasant note, I suggest we wrap up. We have just a single side quest left.
We do?
Yeah, and
Okay.
after that we can jump straight into progression.
Alright.
Until then, bye!
Bye bye.